Canelo.
Fight, Canelo.
Gotta get
Yeah.
I don't expect that from Rico, but maybe a good fight.
How did you score it?
Keep going fast, please. Fast.
Tough to say.
Canelo, early stoppage that?
Huh?
Was that an early stoppage?
You know which car?
I don't think so. I think they save a brutal knockout.
Who's next for Usyk?
All the best for Usyk.
Who do you want to see him fight next?
Huh?
Who's next for him?
Oh, he can fight whoever. He's one of the best. Thank you, guys.
Derek, what do you think?
With what?
Of the fight? You called it. You said Rico was going to win. He put up an incredible effort.
Rico won that fight, man. Hey, boxing media. Rico won that fight.
How did you score it?
I just stopped recording.
Hey, we're going now. Where's the... Get me one of those things anyway from the kitchen.
How did you score it, Derek?
I wasn't on square. I was enjoying the fight.
What was Rico doing so well to get the better of Usyk?
The movement, and it's chucking orthodox.
I did that conversation with HG. He told me to stop recording. That's all.
Hey,
Ah, shit.
you see, that's the problem.
Bro, I want to get back home alive.
Why? You know, man, you're good, man. You're good. Hey,
Do you think it was an early stoppage?
that was an early stoppage. They robbed that guy.
What's next for Rico, do you think?
Okay, huh?
What do you think is next for Rico?
Dylan White. I think Rico should fight Dylan White. Huh?
Yeah, what about the rematch?
They got a rematch. Nah, then, but what's his name? What's the Turkish boy? What's his name?
Cabello.
He won't get his WBC. You know, be unfair. As you know what? Fuck him. We won the rematch.
Andy, what do you think of that fight?
Man, that was a crazy fight, bro. Rico really came over here to win, and he pulled out a really great show. But thank God that Usyk won, man. It was an amazing fight.
Do you think he was winning the fight, Rico?
I think it was 50-50, to tell you the truth, until Usyk came and he delivered that uppercut.
Do you think he should have been allowed to continue?
Yeah, maybe, but he was pretty hurt.
Were you impressed by Rico?
Yeah, I knew it was a good fight.
Yeah. Should have been given a chance to continue?
Yeah.
What level do you think he's at?
Yeah, we'll go. Wait, walk off. Sorry, bro.
Shukran.
JB, where are you?
Any message for Fury?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Thanks, AJ.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers, AJ, mate.
Oh, good uppercut from, another uppercut. Oh, good coming. Oh, he dropped Rico. Usyk dropped him. Just throwing him from the shoulders. Uppercut, throwing it like this here. Stepping back and throwing it like this here. Dropped him, man. Dang. Rico, you had to stay on your feet. Usyk drained the swamp. Uh-oh, everybody standing up. Everybody stand up. I got to call this standing up. Everybody stand up. What's going on? Knock this mouthpiece out. Hey, hold on, everybody. Here we go. I don't know how much time is left. Usyk dropped him. Oh, good left. Oh, he ain't looking good. Oh, he about to go. Oh, Usyk about to stop him. Oh, he let his hands ride. That's it. They stopped the fight. Why they stop the fight? Usyk won. TKO. They stopped it. I wanted to see him go night-night.
He struggles to get past that jab, does Oleksandr Usyk, but he does land an uppercut and he lands another uppercut, but he's still having a fight. Oh, there's a knockdown. That was a big uppercut. And Verhoeven is down now. And he's down. His mouthpiece has gone out. But that is what Oleksandr Usyk needed badly. The mouthpiece is out. The referee will have to call time in. But my God, that is what Oleksandr Usyk needed. He finally finds the opening. He's finally able to drop Rico Verhoeven, whose legs don't look right at all. And they are stalling for time. Absolutely. get the mouthpiece in. And Oleksandr Usyk, what can you do? You've got less than 10 seconds. Can you get rid of him? He backs him up to the ropes. He needs to let the shots go. Another shot goes in. He's backed up in the corner. He's backed up and the referee jumps in. It's stopped. Oh my days.
1-2 from Usyk. He's going for the finish. Rico's in the corner taking shots. And again, more. And that's the end of the round. Referee stops the fight. No way. No way. That's man. Referee stops the fight. It's round 11. What was the time on that? It was nearly the end of the round. What the heck? I should have put a round timer on the screen. It's a whole thing, man. What do you think? I'm living my life and just in. I ain't putting round timers on. Bro. I don't know if that was corruption. I mean, it was... I mean, he dropped him badly. Rico was hurt. He followed up. I've seen stoppages like that a lot in boxing. But when you consider that this is for the undisputed, multiple titles as well, I believe. Heavyweight boxing championship. Fights don't get, or titles do not get any more prestigious than this. Let the man go down to his knees. Let him get dropped. I mean, it was a beautiful series of punches. Bump, 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 steps back here, uppercut as Rico was coming forward, falls to his knees, head through the ring, the ropes. Beautiful shot. Let's have a look at it here. Backing up, boom, there it is again. And another one. Backs up again, 1, 2, pop, pop, pop. Uppercut coming. There it is.
Usyk didn't even land the last 2 punches. He didn't even land the punches and the referee jumped in. They just showed it in slow motion. He didn't even land the punches and the referee jumped in, bro. He didn't even land the punches and the referee jumped in. Yo, Patty C in the super chat dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. That was one of the weakest stops in history of boxing. That was disgusting, bro. That was disgusting. That was disgusting, man.
Oh, big left hand from Usyk. Oh, he's about to knock him out here. Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. And the referee's jumped in and waved it off on the bell. The referee stopped it right on the bell. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. You should have let him out that round, but Usyk knocked him out there, guys. Usyk won by knockout. But I tell you what, that nearly went very, very, very wrong for Oleksandr Usyk. This was crazy. What the hell? That was very, very, very tough. The hardest fight of Oleksandr Usyk's career by a mile. He was arguably about to lose that fight until the stoppage. They probably should have let Verhoeven out of the round. It's not corruption. Verhoeven was getting battered there at the end of the round, but they should have let him out the round. They should have let him into the final round of the fight for sure, because he was on his feet still. He didn't go down. I felt like that was unfair. Usyk slowed down a hell of a lot. We got so much to talk about, people. Damn.
The showdown between Oleksandr Usyk and Rico Verhoeven may have already taken place, but discussions surrounding the matchup only intensified afterward. Leading into the event, analysts from both the boxing and kickboxing worlds were deeply divided over how the contest would play out. Some expected Usyk's technical precision and ring IQ to dictate the pace, while others believed Verhoeven's physical strength, size advantage, and kickboxing pedigree had the potential to completely change expectations. In many ways, the anticipation and debate before the fight became just as intense as the action itself. Among the strongest predictions came from Terence Crawford, who expressed confidence that Usyk would establish control early and potentially finish the fight within the opening rounds. Crawford believed that Usyk consistently thrives in high-pressure situations, and he expected that same composure and experience to carry over into the crossover match.
Yeah, of course, I respect all fighters, it takes, a lot of heart and guts to get in that ring and perform, time after time after time. So, me and Usyk, we always respected each other from day one, and I'm looking forward to supporting him come Saturday.
Yeah, what do you think about his fight against Rico Verhoeven?
I think, he's going to go out there and do whatever he wanted to do. I think Rico going to be tough at first, but I think Usyk with his experience, he's going to figure him out fairly early, and I don't know. We're going to see.
According to Terence Crawford, Oleksandr Usyk has always used high-pressure situations as motivation instead of allowing them to affect his composure. Crawford believed that mindset would have given Usyk a major advantage and potentially allowed him to overwhelm Rico Verhoeven before the contest had a chance to fully develop.
Used to the pressure. You got to understand, like, Usyk been having a lot of pressure on him since the Olympics, since winning the Olympics, since, going up to heavyweight and beating Fury and all the things that he's been doing in the ring. So he's used to the pressure. It's no.
On the opposite side of the debate, Eddie Hearn took a much more cautious approach when discussing the matchup. He noted how unpredictable the heavyweight division had become, especially after surprising performances such as Tyson Fury's bout with Francis Ngannou. Hearn argued that Rico Verhoeven possessed enough power to alter the entire fight with a single clean punch. Although he openly praised Oleksandr Usyk for his skill and experience, he stressed that Verhoeven should not be viewed as merely another outsider entering the boxing world. In his opinion, crossover matchups like this always carry a level of danger, particularly during the opening rounds when momentum can shift instantly.
I think it's a massive mountain to climb. I think whenever you are changing disciplines and you come in against the best in the division, it's always going to be a hard night's work. You're not just doing that against the best in the division, you're doing that against pound for pound number one. But in this division, as we saw with Ngannou against Fury, and the difference is these guys can really punch, and if they land clean, there's going to be a problem, and Verhoeven can really punch. Hello, mate.
Don't trust everything Eddie says because he's always right.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. I was wondering where you was going with that. I was just telling everybody how great the WBC was.
Teddy Atlas took a far more confident position on the matchup, believing that Oleksandr Usyk would do more than simply win the fight. Atlas expected Usyk to take control immediately and dominate the contest from the opening moments.
And if anyone deserves a little break, look, you don't take anyone for granted. He's a big, strong guy, Verhoeven. He's in good shape. He's physical. He's game. He's experienced in the kickboxing realm. You don't take anyone for granted, but he doesn't figure to have any chance against Usyk. And Usyk is serious.
Teddy Atlas also rejected suggestions that the matchup would turn into a staged spectacle or rely on manufactured unpredictability. In his view, Oleksandr Usyk competes with a level of discipline and authenticity where technical ability and preparation ultimately determine the result.
With some of those events, you wonder, is it scripted? Is there, is there some agreement there? People were wondering that, I think, for a while with Joshua and Paul. Was an agreement to move around for a few rounds, then take the gloves off and go at it. And of course, Joshua, I think, stopped him in the 6th round, if I remember correctly, whatever it was. But a lot of people didn't think it was go that long. We got that one right. We had the over. I think it was 3 rounds. We had the over in that one. But Usyk's not the kind of guy that would entertain stuff like that, I don't believe. I think that he does deserve an easy one.
Teddy Atlas viewed the matchup as heavily tilted in favor of Oleksandr Usyk on paper, predicting that the Ukrainian champion would systematically pick apart Rico Verhoeven and potentially stop him within the first 3 or 4 rounds.
Straight, tall guy who covers up, but he gives you a target. He's there. He covers pretty good, but when a guy covers like that, and you find a guy like Usyk, it's like having a heavy bag in front of you. Usyk will put punches together. He'll take what you give him. He'll go to the body, he'll split the guard with the uppercut. There's so many things he could do. And again, it's going to be not can he do it, does he want to do it? Does he want to do it, and how fast does he want to do it? Does he want to do it when the bell rings and go after it? Then he breaks the guy down. I think the over-under is 3.5, right? Something like that. Then he breaks the guy down. He's got a shot for...
As many experts gave Rico Verhoeven little chance of success, Max Kellerman compared the matchup to something out of the Rocky film series. While discussing Verhoeven's chances against Oleksandr Usyk, Kellerman focused on whether the kickboxing champion possessed the qualities needed to pull off what many would consider a major upset.
Rico Verhoeven somehow actually beats Usyk, he will have pulled off an all-time upset. But short of that, Mike, what's a win for Verhoeven here?
Max, I think Verhoeven, obviously, if he can hurt Usyk at any juncture in the fight, that's a win. If he can make it into the second half of the fight, past round 6, that's a win for me. And just being overall competitive and showing his boxing skill.
In contrast, Max Kellerman analyzed the matchup from a more measured perspective. He compared the build-up surrounding the fight to a classic Rocky-style storyline, where an underdog challenger steps into the ring against a proven master of the sport. Kellerman recognized Rico Verhoeven's physical advantages, particularly his size and athleticism, and believed those traits at least gave him a realistic opportunity to remain competitive at certain stages of the contest. Meanwhile, Mike Coppinger argued that Verhoeven would not have been easy to completely overpower. He pointed to the kickboxing champion's demanding preparation, sparring sessions with Tyson Fury, and training guidance connected to Peter Fury as reasons why Rico could still pose dangerous moments during the fight.
He's got to make an impression. He can't just go, he just can't get bulldozed, you know what I mean? He can't get wiped out, right?
He can't just show up.
And that's not a win. I think he's got to make an impression.
Yeah, Max, we had Rico on the show, and look, Rico, like you said, he's coming to win. This guy trains very hard for this opportunity. He's a very accomplished fighter, and he's a proud guy. I would be surprised if he wasn't in there throwing fight-ending shots. Whether they land or not, different story.
And you have Peter Fury in his corner that knows heavyweight boxing, so that's another advantage for him.
Have you worked with
Tyson Fury in the ring with him?
I was in a Fury camp many years ago, and Peter was his coach, and he was doing a great job with Fury at that.
Jarrell Miller approached the matchup from a completely different angle, openly backing Rico Verhoeven to perform better than many expected. He argued that too many people were overlooking Verhoeven simply because of his kickboxing background, insisting that his physical strength, discipline, and power made him a legitimate threat in the ring. Miller also pointed out that crossover fights can change rapidly once momentum begins to shift. In his view, if the contest became rough, unpredictable, or chaotic, Rico possessed enough tools and toughness to create serious problems for Oleksandr Usyk.
Rico is very game. He's not no punk. So I'm going to throw up one in the air and say Rico, man. I came up on the kickboxing scene with Rico Verhoeven, you know, Glory and K1. Phenomenal fighter in his respectable sport. If you want to go by the statistics, yes. The fight's favorite Usyk, yes. Usyk's supposed to win, all that, yes. We can say that, but I'm going with my boy Rico.
Eddie Hall shared a similar level of confidence in Rico Verhoeven, describing him as one of the most intimidating competitors he had ever encountered. Hall believed that Verhoeven's physical presence, size, and overall aura could have played a significant psychological role in the fight itself.
And give me any single man on the planet, I'd pick Rico Verhoeven, because to me, he is the hardest motherfucker I have ever met. If you ask me, you put Usyk, AJ, Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou, Alex Pereira, line Conor McGregor, line them all up, right? And say, right, which one would you want to fight the least? Rico Verhoeven.
Eddie Hall also argued that Rico Verhoeven's punching power and aggressive forward-moving style had the potential to interrupt Oleksandr Usyk's usual rhythm. In Hall's opinion, Usyk may not have been entirely ready for the non-stop pressure and physical intensity that Verhoeven could have brought into a boxing environment.
Hands down. If there's one man on the planet you wouldn't want to fight, it's Rico Verhoeven. He is a bad...
Wow. Okay, what an endorsement. You think he has a chance? You think he can win this fight?
100%. There's, I honestly think that Rico is going to be a big problem. Big problem for Usyk. Rico, you got to think with the kickboxing, I think, what is it, three 3-minute rounds or something?
Yep.
Yeah, and they are trained, so you got to think like that. They don't do the 12-round bollocks. Like they are trained just to give 100% for those 3 minutes. And you watch the fight ringside, it is forward, offense. They do not take breaks, and I think that's going to be a real shock for Usyk.
Johnny Nelson offered a more measured prediction for the matchup, believing that Oleksandr Usyk would ultimately win, but likely through a points decision rather than an early stoppage. Nelson acknowledged Rico Verhoeven's conditioning, strength, and durability, suggesting those qualities could help him last the full fight by relying on clinching and defensive movement when necessary. Even so, Nelson maintained that Usyk's technical boxing skills operated on an entirely different level, and he believed that gap in experience and precision would gradually become the deciding factor as the fight progressed.
I think Rico will be very fit, very strong, limited in regards to technique and comparison, but I think he'll be I think he'll go the distance, he'll grab and hold, unless the referee jumps in and saves him, but it won't be a beatdown. I think my man will be very fit to try and hold the court.
Dominic Engel took a far more skeptical stance on Rico Verhoeven's chances, openly stating that he saw no realistic route for him to win the matchup. Engel questioned the level of hype around Verhoeven's boxing ability, arguing that elite experience in pure boxing carries far more weight than achievements in other combat sports. He also expressed doubt that guidance from trainer Peter Fury would have been enough to close the technical gap between Verhoeven and Oleksandr Usyk at the highest level.
You can only end one way, can't it, with Usyk winning? How? Probably knock him out. Early, late? I ain't even seen the other guy, but unless he's basically done what Usyk's done in boxing and kickboxing. Well, what does that mean? I think we had this discussion before, haven't we? So, like I say, Peter Fury in his corner, will that make any difference? Why? Not unless Peter's going to jump in and have a go at Usyk, no. I might share that joke with Peter, hopefully.
From inside the kickboxing community, Peter Z expressed concern for Rico Verhoeven stepping into a high-level boxing matchup. He acknowledged the elite pedigree of Oleksandr Usyk, pointing to his extensive experience against top heavyweight opposition, and suggesting that adapting to that standard would be extremely difficult for Verhoeven. At the same time, Ayards respected Verhoeven's ambition to test himself in boxing, but warned that his relatively limited experience in the sport could make the challenge overwhelming at that level of competition.
Gonna be very difficult for Rico.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have that experience in boxing.
Yeah, true.
And Usyk is really good, I think. And especially he's not even that big, but he's beating all the big guys.
Yeah, but he's quite big. I met him last time in Italy. He's bigger than me.
Okay, well, let me put it like this. When I saw him fight with
Tyson Fury.
With Tyson
Yeah,
Fury.
but Tyson Fury is...
yeah, okay. I never saw Tyson Fury. So,
he's bigger than us, much bigger.
But anyway, he did very good. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I think it's a big chance for Rico.
Yeah.
But he have to do his very best.
Yeah, but the experience this Usyk had more than 300 amateur fights.
Ernesto Host also offered a more technical breakdown of the matchup, arguing that Rico Verhoeven would have needed an almost flawless performance to remain competitive against Oleksandr Usyk. He emphasized how difficult the transition from kickboxing to boxing can be, noting that even minor technical mistakes at this level are quickly identified and punished. However, Host also acknowledged that Verhoeven's size, strength, and physical presence could have allowed him to stay dangerous for longer than expected, provided he adapted effectively to the demands of pure boxing.
And unbeaten as a professional, so I think it's a big thing. But for Holland, they're going to put Holland on the map too, you know, when you do good. And you never know, you know. When I put my money, I put Usyk, but when you make good, one punch can be over, you know. You never fight is fight, you know.
Fight is a fight.
Yeah. So.
And so I hope that he will do good. And if he show himself and if he really show that he's a good, that he evolved in the boxing and everything, I will be very satisfied.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think physically he can do it, you know.
Gareth A. Davies gave a late-stage prediction that slightly favored Oleksandr Usyk, but not in the form of an early stoppage. He suggested the fight could have extended into the deeper rounds before Usyk fully asserted control, possibly around the 7th or 8th round. Davies compared the matchup to other crossover contests, where elite-level boxing ultimately becomes the deciding factor over time. In his view, Usyk's timing, footwork, and ring intelligence would gradually break down Rico Verhoeven as the fight progressed, leading to a late shift in momentum in the Ukrainian's favor.
25-5 fight. I don't know what the odds are. You probably got them, but I can't imagine Rico's got.
No, it's like a massive odds-on favourite. It's another freak show, isn't it?
It is. Well, we had
unless something crazy happens, but it can't.
Rico's got big right hands, but it's a different sport. We saw that when Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather. We had never seen Mayweather hit by an uppercut, but he didn't move when Conor hit him. Conor got exhausted because he used to go into the ground, because MMA is a different sport. So is kickboxing. Usyk, with that brilliance, that tip-tap-top, left, right, left, angles, he will exhaust Rico and probably stop him 7 or 8 rounds in him.
Looking back at all those predictions, the divide was unmistakable. Some experts had complete faith in Oleksandr Usyk's elite boxing skill to neutralize any challenge and take full control of the fight. Others believed Rico Verhoeven's size, strength, and extensive combat sports background could have posed real danger, especially if the bout turned chaotic or physical at close range. In the end, the pre-fight debate highlighted how uncertain crossover matchups can be, where different fighting styles, experience levels, and reputations all collide on the same stage. Even after the final bell, discussions continued, showing just how much uncertainty and curiosity these kinds of fights generate among fans and analysts alike. That's all from Ringside Action. Let us know your thoughts on the matchup. How did you expect it to unfold? Share your predictions and reactions in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Ringside Action for more updates as the combat sports world continues to evolve.